Hey guys, welcome to Adapted, episode 82. My name is Tristan, and joining me this week we've got Jason, Sweener, Chad, and Amy. How is everyone doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. Excited. Finale Game of Thrones, baby.
Everyone's a little excited to talk this little thing called the season finale of Game of Thrones. Might have been a big episode, maybe.
Possibly.
There's some things in there that could be
or not cool. As big as people are making it out to be.
What?
Overrated, maybe?
Yeah, overrated.
Let's start the discussion on episode 10 of Game of Thrones, Winds of Winter, which is also the title of the next book from George R. R. Martin, if it ever comes out. But
I know he might as well just not even do it anymore at this point.
Yeah.
Well, he should come out with the book, yes.
Because now I feel like he's going to be forced to rewrite everything, even if he has like something slightest. He's going to want to try and trick people at every turn. So he's gonna. I think
his books are in a bigger, different path. Like the show's they went some different obstacles compared to the book.
Well,
I heard that he also has told everybody how he plans on the book's ending, so that if Old Dog kicks it, man, Game of Thrones can finish it off. Needs to go.
Well, he already in season, what was it, 2 or whatever, or 3 before the Red Wedding? Like he had the chick that was actually at a different castle be in the Red Wedding, so she was dead, and then was like, yeah, I don't want to write about her, essentially, in interviews, and so now she's dead because of the show. So, I don't really know. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Tristan. They are two very separate beasts, but, I mean,
to an extent.
How much is he gonna, just be like, yeah, well, it was in the show, so I'll just write it in, versus,
that's what I would do. Fuck that shit, dude. It's already done. We'll just finish that book off with what they said.
He was just like, yeah, we're not going to talk about her anymore in the books because she's dead. But she's not, dude. She's at another castle. She's not dead. Well, now she is because the show
princess is in another castle.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know.
All right, let's get into the episode. And the start of this thing started off a little bit different, very slow as far as everything that was happening. The music was beautiful for these first 10 minutes of this episode in King's Landing. Yeah. And the thing that got foreshadowed this entire season with Wildfire finally came to be.
Right.
And Marjorie was so close to getting out of there. She knew what was happening. But...
Yeah. Well, okay. First off, it's the closest thing we're going to get to 4th of July, so happy birthday, America.
Thank you for that.
But
Thank you.
Let's talk about the implausibility
of
this whole thing. That Cersei and the Mountain are going to put together this fucking merry band of feral orphans, dude.
Well, they were fed candy, so they did what they were told because they got candy.
But, dude, they're feral orphans, dude. That they're going to pull this whole thing off.
I would trust them to carry volatile wildfire by themselves.
Well, no, the wildfire was already in play. Wildfire was already in position since the Mad King. The Mad King had it set up all around King's Landing. All they had to do is find it.
But how did it just happen to be that if it's all over King's Landing, only that wildfire blew up?
Thank you. It
just set the whole fucking place on fire. So that was kind of...
It was really, really cool looking. Don't get me wrong. That was sweet. I was like, yeah. But then a second later, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, because you know what? I liked Marjorie. And that was a really fucking shitty... anticlimactic way for her to go out, dude. Because I thought she was going to be badass coming and ending this whole thing. So for her to go out like that, dude, and for people to just not Cersei killed thousands, dude.
Nobody in the city wasn't up. They were just like, oh, whatever, okay.
Well, they mourned. They just didn't know that she did it. I mean, let's be honest, dude. She's got it hiding. My thing is, dude, it did make me roll my eyes with that. The feral kids, and then what's his name, Lancel or whatever, dude, he's all of a sudden sees a little kid scampering through the road, and he's like, hey, you guys go, I gotta follow this kid for some. It was like, this guy has been led to be the leader of these cronies and kind of smart this entire episode, but decides to just go off on a whim to follow some fucking half-naked kid into a hole.
It was just
it was the weirdest thing ever.
His job was to go get the queen, and he somehow gets lured off. And it's there's nobody in the streets or in anything while this whole thing is going down. You know, like
I was telling Amy, I was like,
out.
Maybe if the kid threw a dagger or something at him and tried to kill him, like, okay, I need to get this motherfucker. But he just literally, like, boo-booed him.
Well, yeah, he lured him and he followed.
He lured with nothing, though, which was the weirdest thing. But anyways, I think we're missing we're getting off track. It was a fucking amazing opening, though.
It was a really cool explosion. That was awesome.
I liked for her to take out majority of the very important Tyrells that were in there. Marjorie, Loras, their dad,
right.
Can't think of his name right now.
Melty Face?
Yeah. And even killing her own uncle, Kevin Lannister. It's crazy how many people she took out in that one explosion.
Yeah.
A lot of her enemies. And
she had a really cool dress on. I liked her outfit, by the way. It was a really cool outfit.
And what follows after that explosion, if you guys had listened to last week's Adapted, I had foreshadowed this and told you what was going to happen as Tommen took a leap of faith. And I told you he was going to die, and none of y'all
You didn't say he was going to... Well, we all knew he was going to die. You didn't say that
Nobody
he was
knew that,
jump
dude.
to his death.
I couldn't believe
Hey, sound
that.
Hey, sound guy, can I get a clip from last week?
Yeah, let me just cue that up real
quick. Dude, I was expecting some Tom Petty free-falling in there. But, dude, as soon as I saw him, like, take off his crown and walk back,
oh,
I was
shit.
like...
In the open window.
Fly.
Such a good fall.
The whole prophecy was that all of Cersei's kids were going to die at some point. We just didn't know how. And Tommen was the last one around. But that scene of the camera was just focused on of him staring at the smoke, and then he walks away. Just it stays on the smoke, which was just beautiful.
Cool.
And then he just comes out, and you did not expect him to just jump out that window like that. But what else was he gonna do? He didn't have his mom come for him. He was left alone with the mountain, and then the mountain left.
My question is that the Kingslayer comes home, sees the flames, comes in, knows nothing of Tommen's death, right? And comes in and now sees Cersei sitting on the Iron Throne. Which you're going to hear my prediction here first, is going to be disgusted with what Cersei did and the death of Tommen, because all he cared about was getting back to his children and Cersei. This opens the door for Chad.
Tommen's resurrection.
A resurrection?
No. Jaime is going to kill Cersei, yes.
Oh. Is that what you're
saying? Brienne of Tarth.
Well, Brienne won't be
They're on the longest boat ride in history.
Brienne is headed north in the opposite direction, though.
I know, but Jaime and Brienne are getting together.
Eventually, yeah. But first, to complete the prophecy, though, that Cersei will be killed by her younger brother, which she always thought was Tyrion. Technically, Jaime is her younger brother. They're twins. And Jaime... I mean, throughout this entire show, they've talked about Jaime stopping the Mad King because he was going to kill thousands of people.
She'd be the Mad Queen.
And she's already the Mad Queen by far.
Yeah, so he'll stop her.
And like, even when she was on the throne, no one was happy that she was on that throne. They said, "Long live the Queen" and whatnot, or "Long live."
Because they would have got stabbed with lances.
But normally, when this happens, like people applaud and whatnot. You didn't get any of that. But Jaime, I think, is gonna take matters in his own hands and stop the Mad Queen. My prediction.
We'll see.
I mean, do we need time for Jason to cue up the most important part, Tyrfeld's moment of the show? Lady Mormont.
Oh,
in
she's
3
awesome.
episodes has become my favorite character on Game of Thrones.
What I will say about she was super freaking cool. The only thing that's weird to me is that like there's now another King of the North again, but I was like, why? Like that's not what John. I don't know. It just is weird. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But Lady Mormont was so freaking cool. She's adorable. She'll pinch her cheeks, but she'd knife me if I did it, and I love that.
Before we get to Lady Mormont's wonderful speech, and then they zoom in from Baby Jon to Jon. And
that was a clear, cool transition, dude.
Bran in the Tower of Joy once again after he gets dropped off by his uncle Benjen because he can't cross the wall. And he relives that vision he had back in episode 3 or so of when his dad was at the Tower of Joy, and Ned goes to his sister Lyanna, and we finally get that reveal that we've been hoping for finally of who Jon's parents truly are, and it is indeed Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen. Even though they don't put that in cement in the show, in this
Even
episode.
though we know that the R plus L equals J theory has been right the entire time.
But yeah, Ned makes the promise and everything. I'm curious of what Jon Snow, if maybe Lyanna had a different name for Jon before he was handed over. Like a more Targaryen name, possibly.
So I was reading some theories that
She wouldn't want to name him anything after her abductor. He kidnapped her. Why would she want to name her child?
Allegedly kidnapped, no.
Right. Then I had read that
they were in love.
He had renamed him after the his sidekick, his protector that he grew up with. I can't remember think of his name right now. I was on my computer at lunch, Chad. Sorry.
I'm a firm believer that Rhaegar and Lyanna were in love. They ran away with each other, and then Jon happened. But most people spread the word around that Rhaegar kidnapped her. Though, if you remember, I think it was last season when they're in the Winterfell crypts with Littlefinger and Sansa. Littlefinger kind of made it known, like he knows everything around Westeros. Like he knew the truth behind the whole story, but what really happened. But believe what you want to believe for now, until it's totally a fact. But yeah, completing that Tower of Joy scene, awesome for me. And then going right into the wonderful Lady Mormont speech to get the North on board with who should be leading the charge in the North after Jon's victory. And who cares if he's a bastard? But
Sansa was robbed of her glory.
Why?
Because she should be queen of the North.
There's queens everywhere. Why wasn't Sansa queen?
Well, Jon offered it up to her, dude, and she said no.
Not when everyone came fucking crawling out of the woodwork to praise him. He didn't look at her and say it one time. You know, remember when I said you could be queen?
I was just kidding.
Like, fuck it.
Sansa doesn't have a white wolf. Jon does. Jon is the white wolf.
Really? We haven't seen Ghost anywhere. Ghost wasn't in that big battle.
Hey,
Ghost wasn't in that room.
The CGI has been expensive the last couple episodes. They have to utilize direwolves importantly when they need them.
That Snow, or the wolf's dead until I see it. On the screen.
I was kind of bummed that they made him king of the North or whatever.
I thought it was weird.
It was just like it was too obvious, I guess. Like it was just like once he got resurrected, you're like, well, he's not gonna die. And every episode he keeps surviving, and it's just like, you know, you just know his brother, his family, everyone's dead except for him. Who's gonna be the fucking king of the North? I mean, it's fucking been pretty obvious the entire season that unless they killed him off. What's that?
Bran is still alive.
Really?
So nobody
like,
knows
that little
so.
twerp is gonna.
The North
he can't even see. He can't even walk.
Is he still alive?
No, he's not technically. He's technically a dead man that travels through time and.
He's a three-eyed raven. He can't be king.
Watches his.
Technically, Jon Snow is a Stark too, and a Targaryen, so he has double claim to the throne.
He's kind of the father of dragons.
So if you think about it, who has more right to the throne? Jon
I didn't even think he was there to like get a throne. That's why I was just kind of like, what? Because like he wasn't like he just wanted Winterfell and then to fight the oncoming ice monsters. Like I don't know. It was just weird to me. I was like, oh.
I mean, he is a leader. He's a leader of the wildlings, and he brought the wildlings over there to fight a war. And now his important duty is to gather everyone up because he knows
like a king?
what's coming.
Like, I don't know. It was just weird.
He really lacks speech skills.
He's
like,
not eloquent.
Yeah, he's awful. Like he hasn't yet put on a solid speech to like rally the troops. He's always getting saved by Sansa or saved by some Littlefinger dude or saved by some little girl on the
for the North being united right now, though, I don't think they're like, oh, let's go after King's Landing and take over and install Jon as a king.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to prepare for the White Walkers.
For the White Walkers.
It's a different war that's going to happen.
Dude, you know, the thing that was impressive is that I was going back, that everybody wonders if Jon Snow will take, you know, obviously if they meet up with Bran and Bran tells them, they find out who he really is. Is he going to stay as Snow? Is he going to take on a Targaryen name?
What will his name be?
I think he'd take Stark because he respected his father Ned, you know, and like he's lived with the Starks for so long. I don't think he would take up the name Targaryen at all, unless he had to.
Unless he marries Daenerys and takes her name, even though they're aunt and nephew, technically.
They don't care about that stuff.
Oh, they
Oh,
don't.
really?
Yeah.
I guess I never thought about the lineage.
Daenerys is Rhaegar's sister, and if Rhaegar's son is Jon, then yeah, that'd be his aunt. The Targaryens are known for inbreeding within their family to keep their family lines pure, according to them. But who knows?
Remember, the dwarf told them, from bastard to bastard, never forget who you are.
Very true. I was a little disappointed that Melisandre didn't get it in this episode. Instead, she was just sent south.
Oh,
Go
dude.
away.
I wanted her to die.
Yeah.
Go away. Don't come back, okay? Slap on the wrist.
What purpose does she have to serve that she's just going to stick around?
But how can Jon Snow really kill her when she brought him back to life?
He wouldn't. That's what I said to Amy. I was like, he wouldn't even be standing there.
Well,
if it
yeah,
wasn't
she
for
pulled
her,
that
dude.
card out, and she was like, he can't kill me because I reminded him that, yeah, I brought you back from the dead.
But then again, in the old
still
Game of
could've.
Thrones, when it was kill or be killed, not this like, oh, we just want everyone to live shit that they got going on this season. She would have been
I mean,
fucking
everyone to
iced.
live. There were like
She would have been
16 people that died in
Dude,
this
we didn't
episode.
lose anyone we cared about this season.
Yeah.
It was kind of like The Walking
Marjorie?
Dead.
I cared about Marjorie.
I didn't care about Marjorie.
Nobody did.
Yeah.
And Hodor, okay, Hodor. That's the only one, and I didn't
love
give a shit
Hodor.
about him. Yeah,
And
but like,
there weren't necessarily people that we cared about, but Ramsay
Well,
dying was a significant thing. Walder Frey dying was pretty significant.
yeah, all bad guys.
Yeah, but they're still important
Hey,
characters. in the
dude,
show.
Game of Thrones was born on killing people that you loved and cared about. It was like that's how it started, and like
Are you
they
thinking
just
about Ned
continuously let
Stark?
me down. Ned Stark. They killed Ned Stark.
They can't kill Ned Stark every season, though. You do know that.
They killed Ned. Like they didn't
Killing
kill
Ned
Brienne.
Stark-
They could have killed Brienne of Tarth. They could have killed like fucking Jon Snow
Of course,
again.
you
if
threw
he was
Brienne's
out there.
name out there just because she's your number one.
She's a good guy. I'm trying to think of all the good guys they could have killed.
Tyrion, Daenerys.
Yeah, Tyrion, Daenerys. They don't kill any good guys this year.
That's true.
Because there's still 2 more seasons to go.
Hey, I'm just saying what Game of Thrones used to be, and what they are now. Back when R.R. Martin was in charge, they were killing good guys left and right.
Wait, what other good guys besides Ned Stark?
Dude, what about the Grand
Rob?
Mace, dude?
Catelyn
The Red
Stark?
Wedding. Red Wedding. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was epic as fuck.
Every odd number season
Guys you
gets
loved
it.
died. Like a handful, at least like 4.
Wait, did we think the Grand Maester was bad, or?
He was
It wasn't
bad.
necessarily bad, but he served certain purposes, and him, yeah, I mean, he had to go at some point. Since
I like that he got knifed by a
turned
bunch
on
of little
Cersei.
kids. That was funny.
Dude, when Cersei made him eat, dude, classic penguin move. Make him eat the kids.
That was so good.
It was pretty rad.
And yeah, going to Walder Frey, who that whole celebration between the Lannisters and the Freys, and even Jaime kind of throwing it to Walder Frey, like, what battles have you fought in? And
Yeah,
I like
that was
the-
pretty.
When he
Yeah,
said that, I
at
thought that he was gonna
first
fucking
thought
kill
that
everybody.
That was
Jake
good.
Lannister was gonna have him killed.
Yeah.
I was curious, how did okay? So I know Arya's got some mad skills and she can kill everybody, but like, how did like nobody like seem to notice this like girl in the kitchen grinding up human bodies?
maybe she killed them all.
Dude.
Everyone in the kitchen too.
Which leads me to this next statement.
It was cool though.
Watched her for an entire fucking season, barely beat up a fucking girl. And now all of a sudden she can fucking take out an entire army.
Was she even given like the mask? Like,
No, she
Face-
just takes them herself now,
she,
dude.
I mean, did she know how to do that though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was explained by the creators of the show that time travels faster than the show can be. So I mean, she probably spent the last like 7 months training and actually killing people.
Well, yeah, the events in the show, like, they're all over the place as far as the timeline. Like, Varys
Oh, yeah.
was 2 spots within an episode.
That was weird.
Well, yeah, and Varys being in Dorne, recruiting an alliance with,
I'm a Lannister.
what's that?
Oh no, that wasn't a Lannister. That's
Tyrells and the, whatchamacallits, the Sand Snakes and
yeah,
whatnot.
dude. I loved when she was just putting those young bucks in their place.
Yeah, that was funny.
She's like, "Fuck it, let's the adults talk, dude. Let's get to business."
And she is out for vengeance. Can't wait to see that. And then
Not me.
and then it all comes together with everyone's sailing on the high seas with Daenerys finally has everything she's been working for these past 6 seasons. She doesn't have Dario though, since she leaves him behind.
She's so annoying, dude. She is so.
Dude, I was hoping that guy was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be a fucking twist. Nope. No twist.
Why would he kill her? He's in love with her.
Yeah, because
he's in love with her and she's leaving him. That's why she kill her.
Well, she has to leave him. He can't come with. As she said, like, she might have to get married at some point. And
I did like how he figured out that it was Dwarf.
Yeah.
Put her up to it.
To be fair, I don't care either way. It's just fun to argue a point with you. I was just saying.
And yeah, of course, Tyrion is the brains behind the operation here, and him being named Hand of the Queen was a emotional moment.
Yeah, I did like how he had to climb up a couple stairs to be eye level there.
But yeah, then they now have, who they all have? They have the Ironborn and the Greyjoys, the Greyjoys. And they've got the Tyrells now, and they've got the Martells, and of course the Second Sons, and the Unsullied, and the Dothraki. So a lot of people on those boats headed for Westeros. Where do they go? Do they just go straight to King's Landing?
They probably shouldn't. Because all those boats will probably sink in the harbor if they tried, as it's a very defended
So Tyrion, they do have Tyrion, and he
knows Westeros pretty well.
Yeah, he's not there to unleash wildfire on the boats.
But Cersei is.
Well, does she have any left?
Oh yeah, it's all throughout the entire city. Didn't you hear Tristan earlier? It's everywhere in the city. It only just blows up little areas,
niches of it everywhere.
Little niche. It's a fun one.
I was thinking maybe they go to the Iron Islands and take out Euron Greyjoy, maybe.
Yeah, I guess I have no point of reference for the mapping situation here at this point, so like I couldn't even tell you where a good attack point would be, but I don't even know where the harbors are.
You have like the Iron Islands.
There's like 3 spots.
The North and the Iron Islands. Then you have the Martells, and King's Landing is like over here, and then Dorne is down here. So I would think that they'd probably land in the Martells area because that's welcoming and it's green, it's rich pasture to feed the horses and get the horses prepped before they would then go down to King's Landing. And then Dorne can sandwich them up from the bottom.
So let's think about this. What chances does Daenerys really have of taking Westeros in the Iron Throne?
Probably pretty good right now.
100%.
3 dragons, 5 armies.
I would give her 5% chance.
But everybody would like rally.
Honestly, dude, the way they're writing this show and like her dragons, they're not going to kill off the dragons. So unless they kill off the dragons, there's no way they can beat her.
And I could see the North rallying around Daenerys. So that's even more people for her.
See who rallying around her?
The North. Jon Snow, King of the North, and
he's reasonable, yeah.
Why would he oppose her? He has no reason to oppose her.
It's Game of Dragons.
He would be like, "I'll help you and support you if
but here's the thing.
Help us with
Daenerys
the ice portfolio."
Has 0 military experience. The dude who's half turned into stone is gone. Who does?
Tyrion.
Tyrion, yeah. He's a legend.
Are you kidding me?
He's a legend. Are you kidding me?
He's
Did you forget the Battle of the Black Bay?
Strategies and stuff. That's like his biggest.
With Tyrion, where he just said, "Fuck it, dude. Let's just light off the fucking wildfire." They were done for. If his dad hadn't come back and saved the day, it was fucking
lost
cause.
If he didn't unleash the wildfire, it would have been a lost cause before that.
Yeah, and Daenerys, sweet dude. I locked a bunch of cows in a fucking thing and withstood my fire. Her other reign of terror was that she survived the fire with her dragon eggs. She'd get rolled. She couldn't even hold Marine, dude.
And you think Cersei's even gonna have an army to rally around her?
You've got Jaime Lannister, dude.
He's upset with her, actually.
I don't think Jaime and Cersei are gonna be on good terms next season.
Yeah, dude,
probably not. So Jaime Lannister's gonna fucking be.
Maybe Jaime's gonna join the North too and go against her. I don't think
gonna be a giant fucking party. Everyone's
I don't think Cersei's gonna be on the Iron Throne very long. I really don't.
We goofed up. We love each other.
There's 2 seasons left. I don't think she's gonna make it of next season on the Iron Throne. Just a guess.
And then what? Everybody gathers together to fight the Walkers.
That is the important battle that is to come. The war to come. The White Walkers.
Dude, I'd be so fucking happy if the show ended with White Walkers just devouring everybody and taking over, and the camera just pans out and it's just like White Walkers across the land.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be such a good fucking ending. It'd seal the deal. You wouldn't have to worry about any spin-offs, dude. The story is done. It's all over.
Well, they can still do spin-offs because there's so much that happened before this that they can do.
Don't egg them on.
Just saying. This was the most rated episode, highest rated episode in HBO history. I think they want to do spin-offs. There's money.
Only if we always talk about Essos and the Summer Islands and Southros, and you could talk about like the Basilisk Isles, and there's tons of other geography besides Westeros. You have like the Andals and.
I was just goofing. Sorry. Didn't mean to rattle the cages.
I'm pretty sure Daenerys is gonna try a pincer move, dude, and just crash all the boats together. They're gonna lob one thing a wildfire, dude, or the dragons are gonna be stupid and start burning their own ships.
Well, I really think that they're gonna land in the Martell's grassy green lands to get the horses chilled out, because the Martells are right above King's Landing, and then Dorne can attack from the bottom, and
yeah, they're gonna come from every corner.
Yeah, and then if they get Littlefinger in, because the Eyrie is right behind King's Landing, if you will, graphically, they could come in depending on what's going on with the North.
I'm curious if Arya is actually going to be reunited ever with her family, or if she's just going to go around being assassin-like and kill off her foes.
She should just kill everyone. That'd be cooler.
Dude, she meets back up with the Hound.
Oh, that's
and kills the Hound.
Nah, she wouldn't kill him. She likes him.
Yeah, they'll hang out together.
Well, she did leave him to die that one time.
Yeah, but she didn't kill him because she likes him.
She could have saved him before that brother guy did.
Well, she doesn't know anything about medicine. She's a little kid. She doesn't know how to kill people, and she didn't. So I think they'd be friends. Besides, the memes are all there. They gotta be friends.
I guess. Or she could be one that takes out Cersei Lannister.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
She is at the top of her hit list if she still has a hit list left. I don't know. She cut it down quite a bit this season. So, future predictions to look forward to. There's only 15 episodes left of Game of Thrones. 2 seasons left. Anything you guys are hoping to see?
Game of Thrones, homies.
Yeah. I just gave my bold prediction. The White Walkers rule all.
That'd be cool.
It'd be neat.
Jaime Lannister and Brienne of Tarth get together.
Over Cersei's dead body.
Yeah, that's good.
With her laying on the floor, dude.
Wait, so is the mountain... What's the mountain doing to the nun?
Oh, he's torturing her in any possible way. Every possible way.
Without killing her.
He is not raping her.
Oh, he is. The mountain is known for raping women.
Oh my god.
But he's like a zombie. I mean, does it even work?
That is hard way. I don't think
hard way.
The mountain actually is taken from his old name, Mounting, and then he.
I'm still surprised.
Over time, he's become the mountain.
I'm still surprised the guy that brought the mountain back, Qyburn, is the hand of the king for Cersei. Seems like an odd pick.
Hey, dude, if you can fucking bring people back to life, dude, I want you on my side.
Yeah, I always.
She doesn't really have much else, dude. I mean, who else likes her?
Sure. She doesn't have anyone else.
She's kind of.
She could have been the hand of the king.
Yeah.
It's her and some fucking Frankenstein. That's about it, dude. And some kids.
Give me candy, I'll stab you, bitch.
I'm gonna make it easy. Does anyone have anything that's not a 5 for scoring this episode?
I was gonna give it a 4.
I was gonna give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah. I mean.
What?
Well, dude, I mean, you can't just look at the giant explosion as being badass, dude. That Dorne stuff was kind of boring, dude. The fact that I wasn't. Really, you shake your head. All they did was sit there and like the old lady told
in the show.
Told a couple people to shut up, and then like Varys appeared out of nowhere. We didn't get no like closure on that.
What do you mean Varys appeared?
Like I just don't get it.
Like, on a mission. They showed him leaving Marine.
Yeah, I just didn't do anything. For
and
me.
He said the words of the Targaryen, blood and fire. And
yeah, and then he's back. And then he's back with with Danny, and I'm just like, I don't get it. It wasn't exciting to me.
I didn't really care.
And like all the weird shit with the explosion and like.
But if it wasn't exciting, you shouldn't be giving it a 4 then.
Well, that one scene wasn't exciting. I already said in the beginning the explosion was cool. So it's a 4.
You just said the explosion wasn't that cool.
I said the explosion was cool, and then I said the other things weren't. Like how the fucking kid, the dude, the leader of this guy's fucking wolf pack, follows some baby little kid into a fucking sewer makes no fucking sense. And I don't care who explains it. It doesn't make any sense for everything we've seen on this entire show for this guy and what he does and like who he attacks and like how he follows the sparrow's word. For him to just run off into a fucking gutter because some little kid is like nagging him on. Zero fucking sense, dude. So that was like the start of like the dumbest part of the like that whole explosion thing, which ended up being cool because it just blew the shit out of everybody. But I mean, like it could have been done a different way. But I mean, little things like that, dude, kind of stopped it from being a 5. Plus, I didn't lose anybody that I cared about, like that I loved, and I like that anger inside. There was no huge like, there's no huge pull for next season. Like it ended on a kind of just like a hum-ho, like okay, you know,
there's no big pull for next season, dude.
Because you've known for 4 seasons that she's going across to Westeros.
Yes,
it's like
you knew she was gonna go across. You knew Jon was gonna be fucking king of the North. It's like there wasn't anything that was.
Pieces are in play, dude.
Yeah, like this chapter ended with this episode,
up, dude.
And now it's all starting in this next season.
Yeah, it just doesn't leave me. I don't know. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen on season 1 or episode 1 of next season. Like, I'm not like, dang, I can't believe they did that. What's going to happen? I'm just like, cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
That's all.
There's so many pieces that went into play in this episode. Like, chapters ended in this episode.
So
this is like the middle point of the whole story.
With a shit cliffhanger like The Walking Dead, where we're angry for a different reason.
Yeah. Give me something to care about. It's a 4. I'm just fucking with you guys. It's a 4. That's a good fucking score. It's not a 5. I'm sorry to offend all of you guys that make you so angry.
Seem justified by your words, though.
It does, absolutely.
Yeah, I think his score seems justified by his words. 100%.
It wasn't perfect. Did I say it was perfect? I can't. If I said it was perfect and I didn't have anything to complain about, I'd give it a 5. That's what a 5 is.
A 5 is like, you know, amazing. Like one of the best things you've ever seen. And if it's
don't get mad because I don't agree.
I am not mad. I'm just asking.
I give it 6 white wolves. All right.
Well, you went 6. Wow.
Well,
I didn't know that's
possible.
Only
go up to 5.
We only go to 5.
You're gonna have to kill one of them. I know a guy.
Do you? Jason, were you at a 4 or 5?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Really?
No, I'm gonna give it a 5. I thought it was pretty awesome.
I was like a 3 from the motherfucker who hasn't even hardly chimed in. Really?
I just let you guys do this. I mean, you guys have read the books and you've watched it and analyzed it for many years, so I just kind of sit back and let you guys do your thing. But it was awesome. I agree with Tristan that it closed a lot of things off, and then it feels like it's the middle of a story that's you're coming in next year with all these new possibilities, and that's really exciting. But I don't know, I felt the same way about Walking Dead, even though you guys didn't. So
for me, I think that the reason for me it's a 4 is because it didn't do anything I mean, this whole season, you know that Daenerys is going to go to Westeros. So I was like, okay, well, yes, it finally happened. Okay, and they're all set up, as you guys were saying. Like, yeah, but, like, I wasn't like, oh, my God, that's so cool. Because I was like, well, yeah, it's coming, like, duh. Or, like, Jon Snow's big reveal. I'm like, okay, whatever, because we've already known that he's the part Targaryen. So I was like, okay, sweet. Finally, that's revealed it. Like, I just didn't care because I'm like, we already knew all this stuff. So that's why for me it's a 4, because I'm not like, wow, that was sweet. I mean, the wow, that was sweet was like the really awesome CG that they did with the exploding of the cathedral, like the sept and stuff. That was really cool. But I was just sort of like, okay.
And Arya's throat slit.
Yeah, I don't know. That was whatever. I didn't.
Even though she somehow took out an army of dudes.
I just, like, I liked it. It was, like, a good episode. That's why it's a 4 and not, like, a 2 or a 3. And I have rated Game of Thrones episodes this season 5s and stuff. This one I don't know, I felt very lackluster. I was kind of like, okay, that's cool. Anyways.
And for me, I was in the entire opposite way. I'm a 5, and that there were things that were happening that I knew were going to happen. It's just like last week's episode. There were things happening that we knew was going to happen, and it did. And seeing that finally come to revelation, which is what I enjoyed about it. Like it was always speculated of who Jon's parents are. This confirmed it, and that's what I enjoyed about it.
Makes
Looking
sense.
forward to next season. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to next season. Of where they go from here. And now we'll have to wait until next April. So.
Yeah, right.
Maybe longer.
That's cruel.
And winter is finally here. Winter is here.
That was
Oh, let's talk about Sam and his like.
Oh yeah, I forgot the library. It was an amazing
Books
scene.
and
That was a really cool.
It was such an amazing part of the show. We completely forgot about it until
It
the
was
end.
so amazing.
5 minutes of the hour and 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but that library and the cinematography and how that thing was set up when you walk out from the books was pretty cool.
It
Man.
looked
I think
like the
Amy
Dark
was
Souls
crying
too.
because of the books.
And they
were-
showed the little chandelier things that you see in the opening credits.
Yeah.
With the house symbol.
But I was wondering why every book is chained to the.
We're going to steal them. So nobody can take them.
Because if you're
So,
one of the
like-
lucky guys that gets allowed in there, you don't get to steal it. Like, I mean, it's not like everyone can get in there.
And don't you earn a chain as a maester after you like learn a special skill and knowledge of something?
And I think that the chains in the books indicate what chain a link in the chain you get.
Yeah.
I think.
That was my assumption. But
When did they tell you that?
they talked about it in the show.
This
And it's in the
season?
books.
Like that's why they talked about like Firebird doesn't have any chains because they were taken because he did some crazy
Bad
voodoo with
experiments
Yeah.
with dead bodies.
his chains were stripped.
I don't remember that.
Nah, I don't like Sam.
Yeah.
Or his
I
little
don't
girlfriend.
typically like Sam either, but this was my favorite Sam episode, and it was only 5 minutes of him.
He didn't
But
Bring it
he
up.
didn't crack a good joke.
don't
he
know.
did.
I just want to be chopped in half.
The best Sam had was walking into a library.
All right. Sorry
I
to
was-
bring that up. I was just like, Sam, we never talked
No, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Actually.
and when they showed like how big that room was, like this is something I would see in Uncharted. Like there's puzzles
Yeah.
to be solved here or something.
Yeah.
Yes, from that perspective, I thought it was really cool. The CG was kind of janky, but I
Yeah.
would have to watch it again to see if I was just looked at it wrong. But I felt it was weird. But
All right, well that's it for Game of
All right.
Thrones this year.
I'm out till next year then.
I'll see you in April.
yeah,
Bye,
you won't be
guys.
missed.
Shut up, Jason.